This is nose targeting, or the verbal cue that I like to use is touch. So this is teaching our dogs to touch their nose to certain items. The easiest way to start teaching this is to put a treat or a piece of food in your closed fist and encourage your dog to touch it with their nose. If they do any licking, chewing, or pawing, you just hold the treat in your hand until they are just touching with your nose, and then you can release it. You can still use a closed fist for this if you want that to be your visual cue, but for me, I like to open my hand and have it out to the side so it's not to be confused with the visual cue for stay. But there are many reasons why I like to teach nose targeting and touch, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So you will notice that in this group of 4, everyone is at a different skill set and different confidence level. So this is working on a little bit more advanced with touch. So we are working with a couple different items. So as you can see right there, Wrigley is a little confused and is like, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? But then I present it to Olive, and Olive is like, oh, absolutely, I will touch that with my nose. And we also have Stevie and Javier behind Olive's little wiggly butt there. So we're still working with the stuffed animal, and what I'm doing is I'm simply just putting it directly in front of their nose and making it a little bit easier for them. If you notice that your dog is struggling with touching your hand or an item that you placed in front of them, you might be too far away. So just have it go closer to their nose, and also just wait a little bit and see what they happen to offer. So now we're working with a bowl, so you can have your dogs touch the bottom, or if your dogs are feeling confident enough, you can actually see if they will stick their head into the bowl. So Stevie did it, and Olive did it as well. So Wrigley and Javier, jury's still out. I'm still going to offer it to them. Oh, look who just put his nose in. So this is a really good way to boost their confidence and expose them to different and new items. So this is a whole different video, but if you're looking at potentially basket muzzle training your dog, it's a really, really good idea to teach them nose targeting and touch first, and then get them comfortable with actually sticking their nose into various items. So what we're doing here is we're basically just turning it into a big, gigantic, fun, engaging game where they have opportunities to earn rewards. And oh, look who just put her entire face in the bowl. So everyone's having fun, and everyone's learning, and everyone is gaining really important life skills and working on their confidence. So for Olive, this is a really good way to keep her attention and focus on me, because you can see she is distracted by something in the background, but she is still able to remain focused on me despite the distraction. Koa here tends to be a little bit more of a nervous, anxious little kid, and we are working on her confidence. So as you can see, she's a little hesitant to do it sometimes because she's very concerned about what is going on. So I'm just giving her some time to kind of catch up and giving her something else to focus on, which is targeting her nose to my hand instead of focusing on everything else that is going on. So it's also a good confidence builder for dogs who are maybe a little nervous or anxious. It's a very good grounding technique, and it gives them something else to do and something else to focus on instead of being super hyper vigilant about everything and always scanning everything. And wait until you see what Koa and I are doing coming up in the next video.
Koa, touch. Very good. Good girl. Hey, Koa. Koa.
So yes, my friends, this is the very same Koa that we just saw being very nervous and very anxious in the last video. So as you can see, she's gotten very comfortable in her interactions with me and is less concerned about what's going on in the environment. Very cold day, it was snowing, there were actually dogs running around nearby, but we decided to kick it up a notch, and I wanted to see if maybe I could have her be a little bit more active with doing a jumping touch. So this is to help her use her body more and also build more of her confidence. And look at that happy little girl. She's wanting to engage in everything. Her tail is going. She's super happy and having fun. So this is just Wrigley and I messing around on a little bit more advanced skills. So I'm just seeing if she can actually nose target, and she is doing some paw targeting on the wall with some sticky notes. So I'm alternating a little bit between helping her get to where I would like her to go and what I would like her to do with pointing or holding my hand out flat. And Wrigley is actually really good with the verbal cue of touch, so you will see her touching my hands a lot too. She's also used to touching hands. So this is just something that you can do just to kind of have some fun with your dog. And you can see that I have them at different heights to challenge her a little bit more. And you can do this with anything. They don't necessarily have to be sticky notes. You could just stick stuff on the wall. You can even have a target stick that has a ball on the end of it if you wanted to do something like that. So there's all sorts of fun things that you can do to exercise your dog's brain, but to also exercise their body too. And look at that little tail. She is just having a great time. And this was actually an activity I wasn't sure if she was going to be into participating in it, but she got very excited about it. As you can see, I'm giving her a lot of breaks too, so I will toss a piece of food for her to go find. And you guys can see right there when I was just talking about how she actually knows the verbal cue of touch very well to my hand. So I spoke touch and she went and touched my hand. And that is absolutely okay. So we're just having fun with this. This is just relationship building and playing games and just doing things that she enjoys that we can do together.